Hello everyone, this is Dave with Fitness Technology again. So today we're going to do how to test your motor with a basic 9-volt battery. Just a 9-volt battery you can find anywhere. We'll go through a little more advanced testing, but we want to just make sure the motor spins. So let's say you come down your treadmill and you press start and you get no belt movement at all. Well, a lot of people blame the motor. It's probably not, but we're going to go through the testing procedures for that so you can at least eliminate that and start looking at other things. So our belt's not moving, we press start, it thinks it's going, but no response whatsoever. So the first thing we want to do is make sure it's not locked up. Can you spin your motor? So I'm lightly walking on it, I'm forcing it to spin right now. So we know the motor is not locked up. So now we're going to have to go ahead and test it with a regular 9-volt battery. So I'm going to have to get them in here like this. Tester box over here, this. Alright, so you come over here, you can see that, and we're going to disconnect the positive and negative of the actual motor wires. They don't have really, they're marked positive and negative, but if you hook them up backwards, it just spins in reverse. You don't have to worry about it, alright? Little cramp, little spot. So that's what it looks like. When you hit start there, it should send voltage to this. This motor should be turning, but it didn't. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take some bread ties. Stick one into the positive lead. Stick one into the negative lead. Pretty firm, not too bad. Take a standard 9-volt battery. Took it out of a standard 9-volt pack. And again, we don't really care too much if it is red to red, black to black, because the motor would just spin in reverse. Alright, so we're just going to touch one side there, and one side, look at that, I even hooked it up backwards. So that shows you right there, it doesn't hurt anything. Going to come over to here. Let's try and hook it up correctly. And spins normal. So basically for every 1 mile an hour, a DC motor needs 10 volts DC. So this is 9 volts, it's not quite going a mile an hour, it's probably 0.5 really, but that gives you at least a general idea. Now you can come over here and you can take a stronger battery. This is a 12-volt battery. And you can tap one side here and one side there. So that's what 12 volts DC looks like going through it. So if you had an 18-volt DC battery laying around, and again, I hooked that up backwards, didn't cause any problem whatsoever. If you have a 24-volt battery, whatever you have around the house, just touch it right onto the ends of that, and that'll provide the voltage that it needs. Now, I usually like to use a complete voltage simulator, which again, doesn't really matter too much. Of course, I got it all junked up with tape from my last testing. Let's clear that bad boy off. Alright, so we're going to take this, plug it in there. Take this, plug it in there like so. Then I got to plug this bad boy in. See, everything's done on the fly, nothing's set up. I'm going to plug it in over here. That's what happens when you apply high voltage going through it. Just turn it down a little bit. So I built this little simulator here so that I can really check out the motors, because all you're really checking with the voltage like that is the motor's not locked up and the motor's spinning. So that means you have continuity through the motor, but it really doesn't tell you the condition of the motor. So I kind of did this really for fun. One day maybe I'll show you how I built the box. But basically it creates anywhere from 0 to 100 volts DC. The motor usually is 0 to 90 volts DC. So I can completely control it like this and really find out what's wrong with it. Alright? So hopefully that's our first introduction to how to test a motor. I got some other theories on that. I will go over all the workings of the components in a later on video. But that's really all I have for you now. So hopefully that's helpful information. All right? Thank you very much.